Everyone's watching AI video and image models blow up in 2025, but they're looking the wrong way. The real breakthrough for 2026 is voice, not text, not images, not avatars, voice. And if you understand why, you'll be ahead of 99% of the market. Thank you, Avatar Dave, for telling us that you are not the future. Well, look, there's going to be plenty of avatars. We're going to see more AIs. We're going to see more deep fakes. We're going to see more image generation. All these things are true. Video models are going to get better. Image generation models are going to get better. These will all improve. And I think we've really seen them come to the fruition in 2025 and really start getting and blurring that line where people are like, well, is that real? Is that AI? To a point that I think now the AI is becoming so good that we're going, that's definitely AI, as well as, they're getting rid of the extra fingers and other bits and pieces. But yes, they will be important in 2026. But I think the thing that really is going to move the needle for businesses is voice, adoption of voice in a few different methods. And it should be no surprise because as we're going to start off and look at, sci-fi has predicted voice as the interface for some time. Now, as long as I've been making sci-fi, they've had people talking to computers. As long as I've had computers, they've had people talking to computers, imagining that's the better way forward.
Please. Computer? Computer? Ah. Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
If we go back just only a few decades, not that far into the Wayback Machine, but if we go back to things like Blade Runner, we had Harrison Ford telling the computer to zoom in and enhance as he did some crime scene investigation. Of course, Star Trek, which goes way back, but in the more modern era with Picard, and I know I'm old, I've tried to say Picard's modern. They were talking to the computers, they were talking to the replicators. It was all voice interaction for them to do a lot of the things they wanted to get done. And more recently in the MCU, of course, Iron Man talking to Jarvis. He comes in, wake up, daddy's home. Welcome home, sir. And then he starts interacting with his robots and his AR and VR, and he's mixed modal, multimodal. He's doing voice and physical interaction. But voice is a different way of interacting with computers than we've really had until now. It's really been out of reach. We had some transcription and some narration. I mean, when Picard was sitting in the Enterprise talking to the computer, this was what I grew up experiencing as far as voice interfaces into the computer.
Dr. Spateful, my creative labs, please enter your name.
Yes, this is how old I am.
D-V-E. Hello, Dave. My name is Dr. Spateful. I am here to help you. Say whatever is in your mind freely. Our conversation will be kept in strict confidence. Memory contents will be wiped off after you leave. So, tell me about your problems.
I need more money.
Do you have money to buy me a higher speed computer?
You wish.
We were discussing about you, not me.
So that was the caliber of voice when I was growing up, watching these sci-fi shows, and you were dealing with voice interfaces. Dr. Spatzo was peak voice technology for its time. But let's fast forward now. We are in 2025, and one of the things I love to do is use ChatGPT in voice mode. Now, I don't know how much you use these agents, but if you have not tried voice mode, you are missing out. Because here I can come into ChatGPT, what can I help you with? And if I click on this, I can start having a conversation with it, which is a completely different way of interacting with the tool than by typing. Because how do you talk to your friends? Yes, we know you can email your friends, you can text your friends, but you lose context, you lose meaning. It's not the same as actually having a chat with them. And it's the same with ChatGPT or whichever other agent you use if it's got a voice mode. Because when you're talking, your brain fires up. It works differently. You articulate things differently. Your brain processes things different. That's why you talk about soundboarding. That's why programmers talk about rubber ducky debugging, where they get a little toy duck and they literally explain to the duck, because by saying things out aloud, it activates their brain differently. The same is true when you're working with these AI platforms. So you can use it for anything. I use it for all sorts of stuff, but let's ask about shoes. It wants to work out which microphone to use. Let's tell it to use this one. Allow this time. I really like the Nike Zoom
Hey there,
Pegasus
Dave.
shoes but they wear out quickly. And I've had some Brooks Ghosts, which have been pretty good, and they seem a bit hardier, but they're still very expensive. Is there an option to buy something that's a similar caliber, but from a lesser known brand?
Absolutely. There are definitely some solid options out there that won't break the bank. Let's dive in a bit. Finding alternatives to big name running shoes. A lot of the big brands like Nike and Brooks do have that reputation and those price tags to match, but there are some smaller or lesser known brands that are making really good quality running shoes. For example, brands like Saucony or even some models from Asics that aren't as heavily advertised can give you a similar level of comfort and durability. They often have lines that are a little less hyped, but still perform really well.
We're gonna,
Considering durability.
we're gonna stop her there because you don't really need to think about what kind of shoes Dave's gonna wear. But this is since preparing for this film an hour ago and filming it now, they have upgraded the voice experience. So as you can see now in real time, it was showing me the transcription, showing me what she's writing. This is brand new in ChatGPT voice. Until now, if you use the voice mode, it was like this separate isolated mode where you were just talking to a little bubble that would like glow and bounce as you discuss things with it. But now they've actually integrated it fully into the main chat to the point this is how new this is. I'd prepared their LinkedIn launch video to show you what their new interactive chat experience looks like because it wasn't in my account yet. And I wanted to talk about how fast this technology is moving and show you what it used to be versus what it is now. And I've upgraded my account while I've been prepping for this film. So that's how fast the space is moving. But being able to do that, and I find especially if I just want to brainstorm or I go for walks, daily walks. If you don't go for a walk, I highly recommend it. And putting voice mode on while I'm out for a walk and just chatting through business plans or ideas, just vetting things out. And as I talk about it and articulate it, my brain processes, I think about things, I evolve ideas in a far different way than if I was just staring at a screen trying to work out what to type. Sometimes I don't want to type. Sometimes it's too hard to try and think, oh, once I formalize the words in my fingers, then they're for real. Whereas if I just blab them out, then I can just blab them out. And I don't have to think about constructing them. Because the thing that ChatGPT and these LLM models is good at is taking unstructured data, like you just blah, 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 blaring, and turning it into something meaningful. It can pull the meaning out, it can take the understanding, and it's got that bigger context of all your other conversations in order to lean on. So voice, from just a productivity point of view, from a brainstorming, from an ideation point of view, is going to blow up. The more people that learn about this, as tools like ChatGPT have just evolved today with the next level of their interactive voice chat, this is going to continue to be something that is going to be a game changer. And if you can leverage and use this, this is going to enhance your productivity beyond those around you. This becomes a game changer for you personally. So I recommend get into chat mode with these programs and actually discuss things, talk to them. Because as you know, with your own friends, discussing an idea back and forth in person is different than doing it over a Slack chat. The water cooler talks have value, whether you like them or not. I know in this world of remote working, we seem to be all on DMs and messages, but there's something about that interaction, that actual chatting, that is completely different. Now, video calls are close, but chatting is what's important. Now, take that to the next level, where now you want to have virtual employees handling inbound and outbound inquiries for you. And the voice platforms are evolving rapidly there as well. So traditionally, if you're going to set up one of these sort of voice agents, you might have had something like this. Say hello, ask the user, are they free, are they busy? And then you'd have this big chain of if, then, else, yes, no, prompt answers to decide what is the conversation chain and where is it going to go next. And you'd have to plan out all the different conversations, all the different edge cases, and build out these complex node-based things. But now with LLMs, and yes, I've got some ChatGPT over here giving you some oversight over this whole very detailed and defined structure. And it's not to say there's never a place for that, but now you have agents where you define the whole agent with a prompt. This is one that I've been building for my own business. You are Larry, Valid Agenda's AI consultant. Your call purpose is to book a free 15-minute alignment during the call. And so I give it, time zones, conversation rules, the fast track protocol, guardrails, escalation, and human handoff if it needs to actually forward through to me. So I can define all of this here in this prompt And that's it. I don't need to map out all these nodes. It can make decisions and you can give it the tools it needs. So if I come to functions, it can check my calendar availability. It can book appointments. It can escalate the call to me if it needs to. You can hook up knowledge bases. I've got my valid agenda knowledge base in there. These tools are evolving very quickly. So let's hear what this sounds like.
Hi, you're talking to Larry, Valid Agenda's AI assistant. How can I help you today?
I'm wondering if you guys are good with AI.
Yes, we specialize in practical AI education, evaluation, and implementation for businesses. To best assist you, can I get your full name to start with?
Yeah, my name is Roger Rochester.
Thanks, Roger. Could you please provide your phone number next?
All right. Do you guys specialize in ChatGPT?
We do work with ChatGPT as part of our AI education and implementation services. To move forward, could you please share your phone number?
Yeah, I'm not ready to book, but thanks for your time.
No worries, Roger. If you decide to explore AI further, feel free to reach out anytime. Have a great day.
Thank you. So there you go. This is voice. That's a prompt that I'm talking to that has been customized and configured for my business. So I can put that out there and 24/7 people can call me and book time in my calendar to have a chat around how I might be able to help them. Now think about not just me, think about your business. Think about the calls you miss, the times customers call you when it's inconvenient, when you miss a call, when you can't get back to them, when maybe if you had something like that, it could answer those basic questions. How many hours a week would you get back? How many hours a month would you get back? Would that be worth the cost and the time of implementing one of these automated solutions? Because as you can hear, they're pretty smooth and they're pretty good if you configure them well. And so I think in 2026, when you ring someone up, you're going to be talking to a lot more robots. And the businesses that employ the robots are going to have more time to focus on actually helping their customers. They're going to have more time to grow and work on their business and not just being spammed by random inquiries. Are you thinking about voice for 2026 yet? I think this is going to be the game changer in 2026. Yes, avatar is going to be good. Yes, generating multimedia assets like video and pictures and stuff for marketing materials and content writing is all going to be continue to escalate as part of what this new world of AI gives us. But voice in helping you soundboard and ideate through these chat agents, these virtual telephony agents, this is huge. This is not press 1 for a day, press 2 for a booking. This is completely interactive, random. I broke the flow. He was trying to get my details. And I was like, actually, tell me more about this. And he can handle it because he's been programmed like a good ChatGPT in order to do that. So that's my prediction for 2026. Yes, all this other AI stuff is going to continue to grow and improve and get better. And we're going to see the best model ever. And then it's going to be the next bestest ever model ever as Gemini improves, as OpenAI improves, as Anthropic improves. They're all going to keep improving. They're all going to keep getting better. But that doesn't matter if you don't know how to use it to drive value in your business. And so that's what I'm here to help you with, because when you've got all these tools wired up properly, then you can do things like taking that data and running it through workflows to put into your systems to make it meaningful, to help streamline your workflow. So that way you can take action with all these things that are happening from these voice bots, from these chat bots, from these AI interactions. It's around, does it drive value for your business? And that's what we're here to help with at Valid Agenda. So if you are interested in discussing more, you can head to the website and the phone number's there and you can talk to Larry to book a time in, or you can just hit up the calendar link that's going to be here in the description. Drop it in the comments. What you think is going to be the biggest AI revolution in 2026? Do you think it's going to be voice? Do you think I've called it right? Or have you got a better cue on what you think is going to be huge and what you'd like to see me talk about here on the channel next? Anyway, thanks for joining me and we'll see you on the next one. I forgot something. Meeting notes. What an amazing use case for voice nowadays is meeting notes. I stopped recording and then saw my meeting notes. I was recording the video I was making like it was a meeting. And here we got key predictions. Avatars, deepfakes, image. Generation will continue to improve. Visual AI has already advanced significantly. Voice interfaces are positioned to become the next major frontier in how we interact. This was all doing this. What a time saver is that? Getting these AI transcribed and then parsed and processed notes after meetings. Just amazing. Now, all this voice stuff, especially the voice chat stuff that I talked about, one important thing to note is to get better answers, you should set up your custom instructions. And if you want more help on how to set up your custom instructions, check out the video there.